welcome all of you to what should have been the 6th annual Lau Memorial Labyrinth Walk. But this year, we're going to have to do this as a virtual labyrinth walk instead of holding this at Hempfield Park as we did back in 2019. Sue Lau taught religious studies and women's studies at the University of Pittsburgh, but she also was a founding member of the Westmoreland LGBTQ Interfaith Network. She served as secretary before her death. She cared passionately about justice issues for all people, and she was fascinated by labyrinths. She researched their history in the faith community and their use as a tool for meditation and spirituality. In fact, Sue and her granddaughter got matching tattoos of a labyrinth on their ankles back in 2009. She would have been 74 at the time, and she was the oldest person that tattoo artist had ever worked on. Some years later, when she slipped on a flight of stairs and got a skin tear on the tattoo, the emergency room physician who sewed her back together found it fascinating to try to match up all of the lines. He thought of it as an adventure, kind of like a puzzle. Sue and her husband, Fred, created a labyrinth in their backyard that was used for a number of years by various groups. She also helped various people and organizations create labyrinths for people to enjoy. It was her idea to hold an interfaith labyrinth walk. We created a temporary labyrinth with yarn, which contained a space for reflection and meditation. So we honor her memory as you watch this video and learn more and hear the music and prepare to walk with your fingers, perhaps, the labyrinth that will be posted along with this video. Or you may explore the several labyrinths that are in our area, one at St. Vincent College, and one behind the Westminster Presbyterian Church in Greensburg. Thank you, and enjoy this virtual experience.
Peace eternally. Walk to the Center by Patricia Elliott Rentler. Walk to the center of your community. Whether you live and work and play in the gritty inner city, the sterile suburbs, near the ocean or in the desert, atop the highest mountain or in the deepest valley, or on the wide open plains in the middle of nowhere. Walk to the center of that vast expanse where you have taken root, for there you will find connection. Walk to the center of your school. Be it a daycare center for the young or old, kindergarten, elementary school, high school, trade school, or university, or simply the local library. The great concrete teacher. Walk to the center of where learning most excites you, for there you will find knowledge, even wisdom if you're lucky. Walk to the center of your church. Whether you worship in a cathedral, a synagogue, a temple, a mosque, your local coffee shop, or under a copse of trees beneath the big hard sun. Walk to the center of the space in which you seek the divine, for there you will find grace. Walk to the center of your home. Whether this is a house or apartment, a mansion or a tiny house, a trailer or a tent, or if you call the earth itself your home, if you are blessed with wanderlust, walk to the center of wherever you may dwell, and there you will find peace. Walk to the center of your family. Whether you are married or not, singled or coupled or polyamorous, one parent or two parent, or both yourself, teeming with children, childless, or perched on an empty nest. Or whether yours is simply a grouping of souls of your own intention and choice. Walk to the center where your heart beats the fastest and the loudest, for there you will find love. Walk to the center of your tribe, whether they are many or few, static or ever-changing, homogeneous or diverse, concentrated in one spot or scattered about this great, big, spinning orb. Walk to the center of the people, you who know you best, for there you will find comfort. Walk to the center of yourself, whether young or old or ageless, black or white or some beautiful hue in between, male, female, trans, non-binary, gay, straight, bi, or any other letter of the ever-expanding alphabet by which we defined ourselves. Walk to the center of yourself, for there you will find truth. If you feel you have walked 1,000 steps only to find yourself right back where you began, if you have stumbled and fallen too many times to mention, if you are too wounded or tired or defeated or battle-weary to walk another step, then be the center. Be the connection. Be the knowledge. Be the wisdom. Be the grace. Be the peace. Be the love. Be the comfort. Be the truth. Be the center. And let others walk to you.
This is the prayer for a labyrinth walk, Jean Sonneberg. O God of many paths, I stand before this labyrinth today, metaphor of my journey to you. In the Western world, I have been taught that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And being an impatient person, I am uncomfortable with waiting. I have often modeled my journey to you on the straight line. But you, God of infinite patience, have shown me that there is another path, a curved path. On this path, my anticipation is heightened as I approach the center, only to be let out again into the periphery. But this path more closely resembles life itself. On this path, if I just put one foot in front of the other, it may seem at times as if I am not approaching my goal, while in fact, I am drawing closer all the time. But you are a God of surprise and mystery, and I don't control the path. The labyrinth is a symbol of my surrender to mystery, trusting, not knowing for certain, that path which curves in and out, again, ultimately leads to the center, which is you.
We Give Thanks This Day by Reverend O. Eugene Pickett. For the expanded grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. We give thanks this day. For the fragile planet, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons, we give thanks this day. For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements, we give thanks today. For our human community, our common past and future hopes, our oneness transcending all separations, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression. We give thanks today. For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others may be in dignity and freedom. We give thanks today. For human liberty and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose. We give thanks today. We pray we may live not by our fears, but with our hopes, not by our words, but with our deeds. We give thanks today. May it be so.
One more step, we will take one more step, till there is peace for us, and everyone will take one more step. One more word, we will say one more word, till every word is heard, for everyone will say one more
For several years, the Westmoreland LGBTQ Interfaith Network has presented the Lau Memorial Labyrinth as a live, in-person event at Hempfield Community Park. Several of us would construct a temporary labyrinth on the park lawn using white yarn and hairpins. At this time in the service, we would invite everyone in attendance to walk the labyrinth that we had constructed. However, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we are unable to host an in-person event at this time, so we thought the next best thing would be to provide a virtual event. Since we can't invite you to walk the labyrinth in person, we've provided a finger labyrinth that you can access on our Facebook page at Westmoreland LGBTQ Interfaith Network. You can print this and trace the labyrinth path with your finger, or you can use a pen or pencil to trace the path. While it's not as physically intensive as actually walking a labyrinth, it can nonetheless provide a meditative or even spiritual experience. Alternatively, you could find one of the permanent labyrinths that are located around the greater Greensburg area for a more moving experience. We hope that you have enjoyed this presentation today, and we hope that tracing the finger labyrinth will provide you with some measure of spiritual comfort and nurturance. We're confident that by this time next year, we'll once again be able to present the Lau Memorial Labyrinth in person at the park, and we look forward to seeing you then. I would like to personally thank the participants in this event, Reverend Sylvia Carlson, the Heavenly Biscuits musical duo, which includes Lauren Condon and Vanessa Beggs, Dr. John Salveson, Jeff Moyer, and Jean Slusser. I would also like to thank Nick Filodi and Michelle Cardos for their technical expertise, and Pastor Mark Ankrum and the First Presbyterian Church of Greensburg for offering the use of their facility so that we could record this presentation. Thank you as well to Patricia Elliott Rentler for allowing us to read her poem, Walk to the Center. Thank you.